Hey guys, I was just sleeping and I got woken up at 5 a.m. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Dion's Glamping Journey. I am out here in the middle of the night, glamping. I wanted to test out my setup for a future trip. So I thought it would be a good idea to just come out here in the cold because where I'm going, it's going to be cold, and test out my temp setup. So it's about 27 degrees right now. And if you know me, you know I cannot take the cold. But I want to start doing winter camp. So I mean, there's so many beautiful places that I could go, if I'm not afraid of the snow and the cold. So I want to start learning and trying to make a setup that would, accommodate me. So, yes, I know the first thing you're going to say is, what? You're camping in a mink? Yes, I am. I'm cold, okay? And this is what I know will keep me warm, okay? So I have that. And then I decided to, invest in a couple of items that I could pack and travel with that I think may help in keeping me warm. And that's what you see, this hanging thing over here. Would you believe what this is? This is a chicken heater, a chick heater, rather. And let me show you how it works. I'm going to plug it in my new power station, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But I got also an inverter. I'm going to plug it in. Oh boy. Okay. Plug it in. Sometimes for me, it's not just the heat blowing, because I have my my heat, but that's just blowing some hot air. Sometimes I think I need like more power, more of a radiant heat. And so this is the chicken heater. There, you can probably hear the inverter starting up. And this is it. Isn't it great? I forgot who gave me this idea. I don't know if I came up with this on my own or someone suggested it, but it's like a radiant heat. It has 2 levels. So this is the highest level. Then it also has a low level. And not only does it get really hot and really, the radiant heat, it's red light therapy. So we're also doing self-care. Isn't that great? I wish you could feel it. Like, this is everything. So my thought would be that I have it hanging over where I plan to sleep, my bedding. And, that should help keep me warm, in addition to my heat. So what else do I have? I don't really want to keep this on unless I'm laying down. By the way, this is 250 watts. And what we love about the my heat is that it's 200 watts. So that's not bad. 250, and I'm telling you, I get more heat out of this than I do out of this, just with the radiant heat. And then I have a new power, well, it's not a power station, it's actually a battery, and it's a 300 hour Life Pro 4, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But anyway, it's almost like having a 3,000 watt power station. And I find that it is definitely more cost effective than investing in a whole power station. So, it's something to consider. And again, like I said, it's like 3,000 plus watt hours. And what I did was I invested in a inverter so that because you know, with the batteries, you have to, it has the charging ports, and so you have to, you know, plug it in and hook it up in order for it to work with, you know, your standard outlets. So remember, I also have our bodega cooler fridge, and that is also hooked up to it. And let me see if I can show you how I was able to do this. So I have, like I said, the inverter, the fridge. Remember, let me pull it out. Remember, we had this, I don't know what you call it, that we plugged the wire in, the negative and the positive wire, and then the inverter, just so you can see it, it has 3 outlets, 4 USB ports, and also it has the DC outlet, or the cigarette port. So I just plugged it in here. Oh boy, wait a minute, I can't do this with one hand. Let's see how I can do this. Okay. So I plugged it in to the there you go. And then the inverter is hooked up to the positive over here, the positive and the negative. See that? And it shows us how many volts it's using. Again, this is a 500. Remember, the fridge only takes about 30, I don't remember, 35 watts, and I don't have it all the way up. I don't need it for storing food at the moment, really. I just have a couple of items in there. Nothing major. Just a couple of items just to snack on while I'm here overnight. And maybe I'll make breakfast in the morning if I'm up to it. But yeah, so the power station is able to power both of my heaters and the refrigerator at the same time, which is great. So that works perfectly. Just to give you a little view, it's kind of tight in here. This is a Ford Transit. I did bring my little kitchen thing in here. I have my running water, my plumbing all done. And you remember, I hooked it up underneath there. The water goes in and then drains out. And I just put up some blackout curtains, and that's how we were able to black everything out. You know, Diva needs her mirror. And then these are some more curtains just around the edges. Remember, this is a U-Haul, so there's a lot of drafts. So I thought maybe just to put a curtain around it, it might help. And you know, I'm not a bungee girl, but Leslie convinced me that these cute bungees with the they kind of look like little curtain rods, so I figured I'd give it a try. Then we have, you know, my bed. And this time, what I did with my bed, instead of just having a cot, I had this massage table where my daughter was taking cosmetology. So I decided to go ahead and use that. So it's a massage table, so I'm not low to the ground. And I think that's also important for heating, because the lower you are on the ground, the more, you know, colder it is. I also have rugs, throw rugs, nothing fancy, and a rug just to kind of absorb some of the chill that might be coming from the ground. And so I decided that, you know, normally I put my sleeping bag, and my sleeping bag is snuggling the foam, but this time I think I should sleep in the sleeping bag. And I also invested in, what is this called again? You know, I'm gonna have everything in the description. This is a gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I can't believe this. Sleeping bag insert or something, and it's a heater, and it's powered by USB. As you can see, it can turn on. That's the high, medium, low, and it is attached to the power bank that comes with it, which is fully charged. And I have it on low, I think. Is it on low now? Yes, it's on low. And so it should start warming up the bed for me. So, you know, I have my normal foam, and then I put my sheet over it. Then I'll put my sleeping bag heater. Then I have my comforter. And then I have, remember, the poncho. See the hood here? That will be an extra throw. And remember, it's heated. And you can have different levels. The lowest, I guess, level 2, level 3, level 4. I'll put it at level 1 for now. Let my bed get warmed up for me. And that's the setup. I have my drawer over here. I have a couple of clothes, like what I'm gonna sleep in, like a sweatsuit. I might just put that right over my clothes. And my laptop, just to watch a little TV until I doze off or work on some videos. And again, I'm just loving this battery. You know why? Because like I said, it is like having a 3,000 plus, because what we do is we say 12.8 times 300, and I think it's like 36 or 38 watt battery. So and it's, like I said, it's only a fraction of the cost of, you know, what we would pay for a power station with 3,000 watts. So just something to consider. So as you can see, even with the cab lights on, and I guess, I don't know what you call it, the back, you can't see anything as a result of my blackout curtain. See? And as you can see, it's really cold out here. There's snow on the ground. I'm currently in a Stop and Shop parking lot. I figure as soon as they close down, I'll move to parking lot of the Sheraton, excuse the wind, or the Marriott, which is down the block. I prefer the Marriott, but I don't know. It might look odd with a U-Haul in the parking lot, but we'll try. If we get the knock, we get the knock. And as you can see the cab lights on in the cracks of the door, but you can't see anything through my blackout curtain. This is great. Okay guys, it's about 10:45. The supermarket, I think, is closing at 11 or midnight. So I think I should hunker down, find a place to park for the night. As you can see, there's not a lot of cars left in the parking lot. Probably just the employees. Maybe there are also some stealth campers here, but I don't think I should take a chance. Like I said, I'm in Terrytown, Westchester County, which is about 10 or 15 minutes from where I live. So I know that they are very strict about I guess, what do you want to call it, stealth camping, or unauthorized vehicles parked where they're not supposed to be. So hey guys, I was just sleeping and I got woken up at 5 a.m. and there's a beeping sound coming from my inverter. I wonder, I have no idea what that could be, and I do not want to get from under these covers to go see. Oh, what? Jeez. What is it saying? Oh no. I don't know. Is it? If you don't have anything powered on, does just leaving your inverter on kill your battery? Oh, God. Great. See, this is what happens when you have to learn everything on your own. Good morning. It's about, oh God. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm up late. I'm getting a late start. You know, in the wee hours of the morning, the battery alarm started going off. Didn't know why. It seems as though the battery died, which I'm confused. So if you guys can leave in the comments if any of you know if keeping on the inverter, because I didn't have the heater on, I took the heat off to conserve on the battery life, killing the battery. So even if you have these appliances or whatever plugged in, but they're not on, does the inverter still drain from the battery? I don't know. I guess that's something I have to research. Or if you guys know, can you please put it in the comment? You know, that's why I call this my glamping journey, because you know, I'm learning on the way. I mean, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I mean, we're learning together, and you know, that's another reason why I wanted to do this video, so I can get out here and test out my setup and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it before I actually get there, because I can't, you know, I can't have this happen while I'm, you know, on location and don't have access to a source to charge up my battery. So, yeah, in the comments, can you let me know if you keep on your inverter, does that automatically drain your battery? So I know with stealth camping, you shouldn't be hanging around late in the morning. So, cold. I guess I gotta get up and get myself together. Well, yeah, okay. Let me get started. Yep, I stayed in my coat. I still have on my my blankets. I'm like sandwiched in between these two heated throws. They're dead now, but they last. I mean, at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, it was still on. So that's good. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And, you know, I don't consider this video a bust. I still love my my battery. I just have to learn more about it and how to use it. And, you know, like I said, I had it on with the refrigerator for almost a little over a week. And it was still like at 96% or something like that. And then I also tried out the heaters, and I had them on for an hour, and it only went down to like it was like 90% or 89%. And so I really thought that, you know, everything would be fine. And I didn't even use my heaters for more than maybe about 2 or 3 hours. So, but then I turned it off, like I said, to conserve on the power. But I guess maybe just keeping them plugged in caused the battery to drain. So we're on this learning journey. I'm glad I know it now, and I'm going to try to figure out, you know, maybe the inverter needs to be closer to me so I can turn it off and on without having to get out of the bed. That's something else to consider. Other than that, I'm gonna end the video here. Happy holidays to you and your family. I'm really excited about the new year, and I have a lot of fun stuff in store. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the new year. Here's a view of my spot where I stayed